Today I'm going to show you folks how to replace the cooling fan or radiator fan assembly on your 2017 and up Chrysler Pacifica. So there are quite a few videos showing you how to replace the radiator. I guess it's a sort of common failure on these vans, but there's not one single video or technical archive or anything about how to replace just the radiator fan itself. So I figured I'd show you guys. It's a lot easier than doing the radiator, so if you see those videos, don't get afraid or whatever. Pretty much what we're going to do is this fan actually comes out the bottom per the dealer service manual. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave most everything up here attached. As you can see, I have this valence cover removed for something totally different at the moment, but you don't even have to remove that. What we're going to do is we're going to unbolt a bunch of stuff on the bottom, and this whole front fascia is going to bend forward pretty much so we can slide the fan out. So let's get started with the actual work. What we're going to have to do is going to consist of pretty much 10 mil bolts everywhere, and that makes things easy. First off, disconnect that connector right there, and then as you can see, we have a little black 10 mil bolt on the top ear right there. You need to pull that out, and then we have a matching one over here on the other side. Hopefully I can show you guys that in here. Yep, there we go. We have that one right there. Once we have those out, we're going to come down to the bottom, and at minimum, you need to remove this front pan right here. You don't have to remove the whole belly pan, which is this big piece that they call it, but at least this front part definitely has to come out. And then we're going to start with a couple 10 mil bolts on the driver's side. We have one inside there and two right there. Same thing on the passenger side. It's going to look exactly the same. Now once you get those out, you'll slither up under here and remove that 10 mil bolt right there and the matching one over there. Then you need to get a trim pry tool and remove this wiring harness that you see. It's going to be in your way. Just remove enough of these clips so it's not going to interfere with pulling the radiator fan out. I did say one thing wrong. Actually, these top bolts here for the radiator mount to the radiator assembly itself, these are actually 8 mil, not 10 mil, but the rest will be 10s. Something else up here on top that I forgot is there is a coolant line that you can't actually see, but it's connected to this little push pin, and this coolant line is snapped into the cooling fan assembly here. So I'm just going to pull on it and then you'll see it. So see that right there? You'll need to pull this out of its little keepers on top of the cooling fan, which look just like this. So there are just two of them, one on both sides. So you'll just pull that coolant line out, otherwise it'll be more difficult later on. So do that before you remove the little 8 mil bolts up here on top. So you guys may already know, but this is what a trim tool looks like. And this is the procedure for pulling all these little plastic clippies out. So it is very easy. I recommend you get a trim tool. They are so cheap and cost pretty much nothing in comparison to the frustration of breaking these things. So right now I'm down here just pulling all these out so I have room to wiggle stuff around, and then I'm going to start with the bolts I showed you earlier. So we've got all the hardware removed. We have our soft rubber line on top disconnected, as well as this wiring harness down here. Now all that we have left is to push the radiator forward. This is actually the bottom mount for the radiator. You can see that right there. So we're going to be pushing this forward. So I've got the radiator fan a little more than halfway out and wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I did go ahead and pull this entire piece out. You can go ahead and pull this whole entire thing out. I think that's definitely the way to do it. The dealer service manual doesn't say to do that, but I don't really see another way to get this thing out otherwise without just bending this whole assembly way too much. So now that that's out, I was able to bend or pull the radiator assembly forward enough to get this whole thing out. So let's take a look up inside here so you can see what the clearance looks like. So with that piece removed completely right here, you really have a whole bunch of room You just got to kind of fight this wiring harness, and I did do what I said earlier about moving it down below those mounts. That way it's out of the way. So besides that, it is pretty easy. You would think you could go ahead and move the radiator this way too, but you can't. There's too much stuff bolted to the front of it. You got to remove the whole bumper. But I am not going to video the reassembly. I don't think there is much point to it. We'll keep this video short. There's that rubber line in the very beginning that we had to pull off. All I'm going to do is slide the new radiator fan in, and just make sure when you do get it in that you put it up and forward and then down so it slides into those little keepers right there. But that's going to wrap it up. I will put a link in the description to the stuff in the video if you don't already have it. A good fan, a set of the minimum size jack stands I think you're going to need. And that should pretty much do it. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.